Imagine having a superpower that could completely change your life. A power that could make you happier, more peaceful, and more in tune with the world around you. Well, you don't need to imagine anymore because this power already exists within you. It's called awareness, and it has the ability to transform every aspect of your life from the inside out. Awareness isn't some mystical concept or complicated technique. It's simply the act of paying attention to what's happening right now, both inside and outside of you. It's about being fully present in each moment, noticing your thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. This simple act of paying attention can unlock your true spiritual potential and lead you to a more fulfilling life. Think about it. How often do you go through your day on autopilot, not really noticing what's happening around you? You might eat a meal without tasting it, have a conversation without really listening, or drive home without remembering the journey. This is the opposite of awareness. When we live this way, we miss out on so much of what life has to offer. But when we cultivate awareness, everything changes. Colors seem brighter, food tastes better, and our relationships become deeper and more meaningful. We start to notice the small miracles that happen every day, the way sunlight dances on leaves, the sound of laughter, the feeling of a cool breeze on our skin. These moments have always been there, but we've been too distracted to notice them. Awareness also helps us understand ourselves better. By paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, we can start to see patterns in our behavior. We might notice that we always get angry in certain situations, or that we tend to procrastinate when we're feeling stressed. This self-knowledge is incredibly powerful. It allows us to make better choices and break free from habits that don't serve us. Now let's talk about what happens when we don't pay attention. It might seem harmless to go through life on autopilot, but the truth is it comes at a great cost. When we're not aware, we miss out on the beauty and wisdom that surrounds us every day. Think about a time when you were so caught up in your thoughts that you didn't notice a beautiful sunset, or when you were so distracted by your phone that you missed a friend's attempt to connect with you. These might seem like small things, but they add up. Over time, living without awareness can lead to a sense of emptiness or disconnection. We might feel like something's missing from our lives, but we can't quite put our finger on what it is. Not paying attention also means we're more likely to react automatically to situations rather than responding thoughtfully. We might snap at a loved one because we're stressed, or make a rash decision at work because we're not fully considering all the options. These knee-jerk reactions can damage our relationships and lead to choices we later regret. Moreover, when we're not aware, we're more likely to get caught up in negative thought patterns. We might ruminate on past mistakes or worry excessively about the future, missing the only moment we can actually influence, the present. This can lead to increased stress, anxiety, and even depression. But perhaps the biggest cost of not paying attention is that we miss out on our own lives. Life is happening right now in this moment. If we're always distracted, always thinking about something else, we're not really living. We're just going through the motions. The good news is that it's never too late to start paying attention. Awareness is a skill that can be developed with practice. It might feel challenging at first to break free from autopilot mode, but the rewards are well worth the effort. So what exactly is awareness? At its core, awareness is simply the state of being conscious of something. It's noticing what's happening right now, both in your internal world, your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations, and in the external world around you. Imagine you're in a dark room, fumbling around, trying to find your way. That's what life can be like when we're not aware. Now, imagine someone turns on a light. Suddenly, you can see everything clearly. Where you are, what's around you, and where you want to go. That's what awareness does for us. It illuminates our experience, allowing us to see things as they really are. Awareness is different from thinking. When we're thinking, we're often caught up in stories about the past or future, or judgments about what's happening. Awareness, on the other hand, is simply noticing what is without getting caught up in the story about it. For example, let's say you're feeling angry. If you're thinking about the anger, You might be caught up in thoughts like, I shouldn't feel this way, or this always happens to me. But if you're aware of the anger, you simply notice it. You might observe the physical sensations in your body, like a tightness in your chest or a clenched jaw. You notice the thoughts that come with the anger, but you don't get caught up in them. You're just observing like a scientist studying a specimen under a microscope. This might sound simple, and in a way it is, but it's not always easy. Our minds are used to wandering, to getting caught up in thoughts and stories. Bringing our attention back to the present moment takes practice. But with time and patience, it becomes more natural. Awareness isn't about trying to change your experience. It's not about trying to feel happy all the time or never having negative thoughts. It's about seeing your experience clearly, whatever it might be. This clarity allows us to respond to life more skillfully, rather than reacting automatically based on old habits or conditioning. One of the beautiful things about awareness is that it's always available to us. We don't need any special equipment or to be in any particular place to practice it. We can bring awareness to any moment of our day, whether we're eating breakfast, talking with a friend, or even doing something we usually find boring, like waiting in line. By cultivating awareness, we open ourselves up to the richness of life. We start to notice the small joys that we might have missed before, the warmth of sunlight on our skin, the taste of our favorite food, the kindness in a stranger's smile. We also become more attuned to our own inner world, noticing our thoughts and emotions with more clarity and compassion. This doesn't mean that life suddenly becomes perfect when we practice awareness. We'll still face challenges and difficult emotions, but awareness gives us a different relationship to these experiences. Instead of being overwhelmed by them or trying to push them away, we can observe them with a sense of curiosity and openness. Awareness also helps us connect more deeply with others. When we're truly present in our interactions, we're able to listen more deeply and respond more authentically. We're not half listening while thinking about what we're going to say next or checking our phones while someone is talking to us. This kind of presence can transform our relationships, leading to greater understanding and connection. In the spiritual context, awareness is often seen as the key to awakening or enlightenment. Many spiritual traditions teach that our true nature is awareness itself, and that by cultivating awareness, we can come to know our deepest selves. But even if you're not interested in spiritual enlightenment, awareness can still greatly enhance your life. It can help you make better decisions, manage stress more effectively, and find more joy and peace in your everyday experiences. Remember, awareness isn't about achieving some special state or having only positive experiences. It's about being fully present for whatever is happening, pleasant or unpleasant. It's about living your life fully, instead of being lost in thoughts about the past or future. As you go through your day, try to bring more awareness to your experiences. Notice the sensations in your body as you walk. Pay attention to the tastes and textures of your food as you eat. Listen fully when someone is speaking to you. Notice your thoughts and emotions as they arise, without getting caught up in them. This practice of awareness might seem small, but its effects can be profound. Over time, you may find that you feel more alive, more connected, and more at peace. You may discover a sense of spaciousness and freedom that you didn't know was possible. The journey of awareness is a lifelong one. There's always more to discover, more to notice. But it starts with this moment, right here, right now. What do you notice when you bring your full attention to this moment? What sensations are present in your body? What sounds can you hear? What thoughts are passing through your mind? As you continue to explore awareness, be patient with yourself. It's natural for the mind to wander, and it's okay if you find it challenging at first to stay present. Each time you notice that your mind has wandered and you bring it back to the present moment, you're strengthening your awareness muscle. In the realm of spirituality, attention is like a golden key that unlocks the door to deeper understanding and growth. When we truly pay attention, we connect with the present moment in a profound way. This connection is where real spiritual development happens. Think about it. How often are we truly present? Most of the time, Our minds are wandering to the past, replaying old memories or regrets, or racing to the future, planning and worrying about what's to come. But spirituality teaches us that the only moment that truly exists is now. The past is gone, and the future is not yet here. All we have is this present moment. When we bring our attention fully to the present, we open ourselves up to life's richness. We start to notice things we've never seen before, even in familiar surroundings. The texture of a leaf, the play of light on water, the subtle changes in someone's facial expression. All these details become vivid and meaningful when we pay attention. This kind of attention also allows us to tap into our inner wisdom. Often, we're so busy thinking and doing that we don't hear the quiet voice of our intuition. But when we slow down and pay attention, we can access a deeper kind of knowing. We might suddenly understand how to solve a problem that's been bothering us, or gain insight into a relationship issue. Attention is also crucial for developing compassion and empathy. When we're truly paying attention to others, we can pick up on subtle cues about how they're feeling. We become better listeners, able to hear not just the words someone is saying, but the emotions behind them. This deep listening can transform our relationships and help us feel more connected to the world around us. In many spiritual traditions, attention is seen as a form of prayer or meditation. By bringing our full attention to the present moment, we're honoring the sacredness of life. We're saying yes to what is rather than resisting or wishing things were different. This doesn't mean we ignore problems or avoid planning for the future. But it does mean that we approach these things from a place of presence and clarity, rather than getting lost in worry or regret. Practicing attention can also help us break free from harmful patterns. Often, we react to situations automatically based on old habits or conditioning. But when we pay attention, we create a space between stimulus and response. In that space, we have the power to choose how we want to react. This is where real freedom and growth happen. One of the simplest and most powerful ways to cultivate awareness is through mindful breathing. This practice is so effective because your breath is always with you, always happening in the present moment. It's a constant anchor you can use to bring yourself back to the here and now. To practice mindful breathing, all you need to do is focus your attention on your breath. Notice the sensation of air moving in and out of your body. Feel the rise and fall of your chest or belly as you breathe. You don't need to change your breath in any way. Just observe it as it is. This might sound easy, but you'll probably find that your mind wanders quite quickly. That's completely normal. The practice isn't about having a perfectly clear mind. It's about noticing when your mind has wandered and gently bringing your attention back to your breath. You can practice mindful breathing anywhere, at any time. Waiting in line at the grocery store? Take a few mindful breaths. Feeling stressed at work? Pause for a moment to focus on your breathing. Lying in bed unable to sleep? Use your breath as a calming anchor. As you practice, you might start to notice different qualities of your breath. Sometimes it might be deep and slow, other times shallow and quick. You might notice that certain thoughts or emotions affect your breathing. All of this is valuable information about your current state. Mindful breathing can have profound effects on both your body and mind. It can help calm your nervous system, reducing stress and anxiety. It can improve your focus and concentration. And it can help you feel more grounded and present in your daily life. Remember, the goal isn't to control your breath or achieve any particular state. It's simply to pay attention. By doing so, you're training your mind to be more present and aware in all aspects of your life. Another powerful way to cultivate awareness is through body awareness. Our bodies are always in the present moment, but we often ignore the signals they're sending us. By turning our attention to our physical sensations, we can anchor ourselves in the present and gain valuable insights. To practice body awareness, start by simply noticing how your body feels right now. Are you tense or relaxed? Do you feel any areas of discomfort or ease? Notice the feeling of your clothes against your skin, the temperature of the air, the way your body makes contact with the surface you're sitting or standing on. You can also try a body scan meditation. Start at the top of your head and slowly move your attention down through your body, noticing sensations in each area. You might feel tingling, warmth, coolness, tightness, or relaxation. There's no need to judge these sensations or try to change them. Just notice them. Body awareness can help you stay grounded when you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious. By bringing your attention to physical sensations, you can pull yourself out of spiraling thoughts and back into the present moment. This practice can also help you become more attuned to your body's needs. You might start to notice when you're hungry or full, when you need rest, or when you have extra energy. This can lead to better self-care and overall well-being. Body awareness is particularly helpful for managing stress and emotions. Often, we carry stress in our bodies without realizing it. By regularly checking in with your body, you can notice tension building up and take steps to release it before it becomes overwhelming. Moreover, emotions often have physical components. Fear might feel like a tightness in your chest, while joy might feel like a warmth in your heart. By tuning into these physical sensations, you can become more aware of your emotional state and better equipped to manage your feelings. Remember, the goal isn't to change anything about your body or how it feels. It's simply to notice. This non-judgmental awareness can lead to greater self-acceptance and a deeper connection with your physical self. As you practice body awareness, you might be surprised by what you discover. You might notice subtle sensations you've never paid attention to before. You might become aware of habitual patterns of tension or movement. All of this information can help you live more fully and consciously in your body. Our minds are constantly buzzing with thoughts, but how often do we actually pay attention to them? Observing your thoughts is a powerful practice that can lead to greater self-awareness and emotional balance. To start observing your thoughts, imagine your mind as a clear blue sky and your thoughts as clouds passing by. Your job is simply to watch these thought clouds without getting caught up in them. Notice what kinds of thoughts arise. Are they mostly about the past, the future, or the present? Are they positive, negative, or neutral? The key here is to avoid judging your thoughts or trying to change them. If you notice yourself getting caught up in a thought, gently bring your attention back to observing. It's like sitting on a riverbank, watching leaves float by on the water. You don't need to jump in and grab the leaves. Just watch them pass. This practice can be eye-opening. You might notice that many of your thoughts are repetitive, or that you have habitual thought patterns you weren't aware of. You might also start to see that your thoughts aren't always true or helpful. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's a fact. Observing your thoughts can help create some distance between you and your mental chatter. This distance can be incredibly freeing. Instead of being at the mercy of every thought that pops into your head, you can choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let pass by. This practice can be especially helpful when dealing with difficult emotions or situations. By observing your thoughts, you might notice how your mind tends to amplify problems or create worst-case scenarios. Recognizing these patterns can help you respond more calmly and rationally to challenges. Remember, the goal isn't to have a blank mind free of thoughts. Thoughts will always come and go. The goal is to change your relationship with your thoughts, to see them as passing events in your mind rather than absolute truths. While it's valuable to set aside specific times for awareness practices, the real power comes from bringing attention into your everyday life. This is where you can truly transform your experience of living. Start by choosing one daily activity to practice mindful attention. It could be something simple like brushing your teeth, taking a shower, or eating a meal. As you do this activity, bring your full attention to it. Notice the sensations, the movements, the sounds. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to what you're doing. For example, if you're eating mindfully, notice the colors and textures of your food. Feel its weight on your fork or spoon. Smell its aroma. As you take a bite, pay attention to the flavors and textures in your mouth. Notice the act of chewing and swallowing. You might be surprised at how much richer your experience of eating becomes when you pay full attention. As you get more comfortable with this practice, try to extend it to other areas of your life. When you're walking, feel the sensation of your feet touching the ground. When you're talking with someone, really listen to what they're saying instead of planning your response. When you're working, give your full attention to the task at hand instead of multitasking. You'll likely start to notice amazing things you've been missing. The world around you may seem more vivid and alive. You might find more enjoyment in simple tasks. Your relationships might deepen as you become more present in your interactions. This doesn't mean you need to be intensely focused all the time. It's about finding a balance between focused attention and relaxed awareness. The more you practice, the more natural it will become to be present in your daily life. As you embark on this journey of awareness, it's important to recognize that challenges will arise. One of the most common is that your mind will wander a lot. This is completely normal and doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. When you notice your mind has wandered, don't get upset or frustrated. Simply acknowledge it and gently bring your attention back to the present moment. Each time you do this, you're strengthening your awareness muscle. Another challenge you might face is boredom or restlessness. Our minds are used to constant stimulation, so when we slow down and pay attention, it might feel uncomfortable at first. If this happens, try to get curious about the boredom or restlessness. What does it feel like in your body? What thoughts come with it? You might also encounter difficult emotions or memories as you become more aware. If this happens, remember that you don't need to push these experiences away. Instead, try to observe them with kindness and compassion. If things feel too intense, it's okay to take a break or seek support from a mental health professional. Consistency can be another challenge. It's easy to practice awareness when life is calm, but much harder when you're stressed or busy. This is why it's helpful to make awareness a daily habit, even if it's just for a few minutes. Over time, it will become more natural to return to awareness, even in challenging situations. As we've explored in this journey through awareness and attentional focus, paying attention is truly a transformative practice. It's not just about being more productive or less stressed, although these can be wonderful side effects. It's about fully inhabiting your life, experiencing each moment with clarity and presence. By cultivating awareness through practices like mindful breathing, body awareness, observing thoughts, and bringing attention to daily activities, you open yourself up to a richer, more vibrant experience of life. You become more attuned to your own needs and feelings, more connected to others, and more in touch with the world around you. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. There's no perfect state of awareness to achieve. It's about continually returning to the present moment, over and over again. Each time you notice that you've been lost in thought and bring your attention back to the present, you're growing in awareness. As you continue on this path, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate small moments of awareness. Notice how your experience of life changes as you become more present. And remember that this practice is available to you at any moment. All you need to do is pay attention. By cultivating awareness, you're not just changing your own experience. You're contributing to a more aware and compassionate world. As you become more present and attentive, you'll likely find that this affects those around you in positive ways. Your increased presence and compassion can ripple out, touching the lives of others in ways you might never fully know. So, as you go forward from here, carry this simple but profound invitation with you. Pay attention to your breath, to your body, to your thoughts, to the world around you. In doing so, you open yourself up to the fullness of life, to deeper connection, and to the possibility of true transformation. The power of awareness is always available to you. All you need to do is choose to tap into it.